All right, boys and girls, today we are ready for My Math, Chapter 9, Lesson 6. And instead of starting off with the words that I expect you to know by now, like survey and data and things like that, I thought we'd jump right into it and this time use one of the videos that I was able to get from the company that makes the book. So let's watch this first and then we'll get to work.
Problem-solving strategy. Make a table. The buses leave in order every half hour. Bus 1 leaves at 9:30. What time do buses 2, 3, 4, and 5 leave? First, we need to understand the problem. What do we know? The buses leave in order every half hour. Bus 1 leaves at 9:30. What do we need to find? What time do buses 2, 3, 4, and 5 leave? Now we need a plan to solve the problem. We can make a table. Now it's time to solve the problem. The problem tells us that the buses leave in order every half hour. Bus 1 leaves at 9:30. So, Bus 2 will leave a half hour later at 10 o'clock. Bus 3 leaves a half hour later at 10:30, or 10:30. Bus 4 leaves at 11 o'clock, which is a half hour later, and Bus 5 leaves at 11:30, or 11:30. Let's check our answer. Is our answer reasonable? Our answer is reasonable because each bus left 1 half hour or 30 minutes later than the bus before it.
Okay, so hopefully that made sense. What we're looking at now in Lesson 6 is how we're going to solve word problems using charts.
Problem-solving strategy.
Okay, so let's take a look at page 562. And we have a word problem at the top I've already underlined and circled. Each person in the class has the same number of pets. 2 people have 4 pets. How many pets do 7 people have? Well, number 1, it says we understand. So we've underlined and we've circled. Number 2, we plan. How will I solve the problem? In this chapter, we're solving using graphs. So maybe when we take a test, you can have a ruler, or maybe I'll give you some blank graph paper. Okay, so you can easily plan your answer. If you go through all the steps, you'll get the answers. Then we solve. Okay, well, let's take a look at this chart here. Where it says people, there's a number 1. One person has 2 pets. 2 people have 4 pets. 3 people have, what do you think? 6 pets. How many pets do you think 4 people have? 8 pets. Okay. Pause it here and finish the chart. Okay, so hopefully you've seen that the pattern on the left side is counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the pattern on the right side is counting by twos. We're skip counting. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 5 people have 10 pets. 6 people have 12. And finally, how many pets do 7 people have? Great, 14. And just remember when you do these, it's not enough to complete the chart. You have to fill in the actual answer space. Number 4, check. Is my answer reasonable? Yes, because we followed the pattern. It started the same way that it ended. We counted by ones in the people column and by twos in the pets column. Let's go to page 563. Number 1. Desiree has 4 pairs of socks in her drawer. How many socks are there in all? Okay, the chart has been started for us. 1 pair is actually 2 socks. So, if she has 2 pairs, how many socks? Okay, let's pause it here and see if you can get number 1 correct. Okay, here we go. So, 2 pairs means 4 socks. 3 pairs means 6 socks. 4 pairs, which is how many she has in the problem, right? If you go back up to number 1, Desiree has 4 pairs of socks. How many socks are there in all? 8. And we put it on the answer space. Now let's look at number 2, and this is a brain builder alert, so be careful. Mr. Minnick needs to deliver 60 boxes. Okay. Needs to deliver 60 boxes. Hopefully you've got that underlined. His car can hold 10 boxes at a time. How many trips will he need to make to deliver all 60 boxes? Explain. So, how are you going to solve this problem? Okay, let's see if you can get the answer. And if you need scratch paper to make a chart, that's fine. Okay, what did you get? Mr. Minnick needs to make 6 trips because each trip he delivers 10 boxes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And if you wanted to, you could have done something like this. 1 trip is 10 boxes. 2 trips would be 20 boxes. 3 trips would be 30 boxes. Good. And you would keep going until you got to the 6th trip, because that's when we would have all 60 boxes delivered. Now look at number 3 at the bottom. This is also a brain builder. Juice boxes come in packs of 4 at Pat's Grocery. Mrs. Perez needs 22 juice boxes in all. How many packs should she buy? Pause it and let's see if you can figure this out. Okay, what was your answer? It is a little tricky. Here we go. 6. Now, we don't have an exact number here. That's okay. So we know that one pack has 4 boxes. 2 packs have 8 boxes. 3 packs would have 12 boxes. 4 packs would have 16. 5 packs would have 20. Well, that's not enough because the problem says Mrs. Perez needs 22 juice boxes, which means we have to get one more and then add 4. Now we have too many, but at least we have enough for each student. There's a pattern. Here we counted by ones, and here we counted by 4s. Let's move on. So what I want you to do is pause here and see if you can answer 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll give you the answers in a moment. Okay, let's look at number 4. Aaron has 3 muffin pans. Each pan can hold 6 muffins. How many muffins can Aaron bake at a time? And your answer for this is 18. Okay, because he's got 3 muffin pans and each one holds 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 plus 6 is 18. Number 5. Susie, Simon, and Sean each had 4 bottles of water during their softball game. How many bottles of water did they have in all? So each person has 4 bottles. Remember what our strategy is. We can make a table. We can make a model. We can find a pattern. So one person has 4 bottles. 2 people have 8. 3 people have, yes, 12. Let's try number 6. Mr. Bell wants his 21 students to put on their gloves to go outside. How many gloves do they have in all? Well, this is going to be a pretty big graph. One student has 2 gloves. 2 students have 4 gloves. And we keep going all the way down. Now, there are other faster ways of doing it, but eventually we'll get to 21 students. And how many gloves do 21 students have? All right, if you've done all the math, you've gotten this: 42. And this is actually preparing you guys for multiplication, which we'll see probably at the beginning of next year, maybe at the end of this year. Number 7. Grace, Elijah, and Cameron are saving soup labels. Grace has 10, Elijah has 7, and Cameron has 13. How many more labels does Cameron have than Elijah? Well, Cameron has 13 and Elijah has 7. And we want to know how many more Cameron has. Well, hopefully you realized you didn't even need to make a graph for this one. We just could do a subtraction problem. 13 minus 7, and that equals 6. Wonderful. All right, boys and girls, let's move on. So for homework, please do pages 565 and 566. Okay, Chapter 9, Lesson 6. I don't have a picture of the assignments here, but most of you have them, and if you need them, you can download them from the PowerSchool site. Have a great day. Bye. The end.